Hey, so today I want to talk about 2021 film Dune. Dune is directed by Denis Villeneuve and it's also written by John Spatz, Denis Villeneuve, and Eric Roth. Now, Dune comes with a long history and certain baggages that I guess I would be remiss if I didn't even mention. First of all, this is actually adapted from Frank Herbert's Dune, and Dune is like a mythological series, and some people call it like the greatest sci-fi story that is ever told. So in that way, Dune has a pretty big legacy and pretty big shoes to fill in. Now, a lot of people have called Dune actually unfilmable, and that's why till this day, filming Dune or how to approach Dune remains a challenge. Now, one of the earliest mention of Dune actually came when Alejandro Jodorowsky actually wanted to direct this film, and he went about like doing all sort of crazy things, and he didn't get the funding, so he couldn't make the film. But his storyboarding and the concept he had lasting impact over the years, so much so that you can find it in films like Star Wars and Aliens and Guardians of the Galaxy, stuff like that. And after that, in 1984, David Lynch actually directed this film, and he didn't want to direct it. He was very reluctant, but he did it as sort of a one-off for if he directed Dune, he would get funding for his film Blue Velvet. And I think for that time, it was a good choice for David Lynch. And now, sitting in 2021, Denis Villeneuve, with all his glory, wanted to direct Dune. Now, what I want to say right off the bat is that this Dune, if not anything, is actually somebody's love child, because the other Dooms has been treated as sort of like a leftover. Like nobody wanted to do anything with it. A lot of reluctant people who wanted to do some things with it, they didn't get to do it. And now finally somebody wanted to do this film, and he had all the right elements in the place, and he got the funding, he got the studio backing, and it's already here. And that should tell you what kind of film you're in for. This is a film. This is like a love letter. This is like a love letter to a great director and what he can do at the height of his power. Because Denis Villeneuve is like a very indie director. He has always sort of done small films. His films are typically very intimate. But this film shouldn't exist, because as challenging of a material Dune is, and the way Denis Villeneuve works, this film will most likely be a flop. And because his last film, Blade Runner 2049, one of the greatest films of all time, was also a flop. So WB knew that going in, but they still made that. And that's why I kind of implore this so much. That's why I'm so impressed about this, that this film wasn't supposed to exist. I saw this film today at the multiplexes, and it was just meant to be, but it did. And that's an achievement in and of itself. Now, if we were to talk about the actual film, first thing, two things that you have to know. This film is an incomplete film, because on screen it's credited as Dune Part 1, so there's going to be a Part 2. This is a half story. If you have any idea about the book, how the story of Dune goes, this barely scratches the surface, even in the first book. And if you think about the certain casting choices and things like that, Zendaya is not in this film. Zendaya is through some dream sequences and stuff like that. She is in this whole 2.5-hour film, like maybe in total of 5 minutes, because Villeneuve envisioned this as Timothée Chalamet's story, and the Part 2 will be Zendaya's story. So those things have to be clear, because otherwise you will have a lot of screwed up expectations. Now, the actual film is so gorgeous. Greg Fraser was the DOP, and Denis Villeneuve have never done anything that is less than gorgeous. But this is on a whole another level. This film is so beautiful, and the cinematography is so effective that you just can't help but be enthralled at what you're watching. It's so beautiful. This is one of the best gorgeous looking films I've ever seen. And that's just the way this thing they try to emulate, because they put so much time, energy into it that there's just no going back. Hans Zimmer's score is excellent. I sat actually near a speaker, so It kind of at times was becoming kind of overbearing, but Hans Zimmer's score was just on another different level. Now, personally, I feel like recently, or in like during 4-5 decades, Hollywood, or at least in blockbusters, they don't take a lot of many risks, because for example, Blade Runner. Blade Runner's score is so epic and so memorable because of Vangelis. And when Villeneuve actually created it, he sort of did a very typical cyberpunk soundtrack and a Hollywood fashion. In here, it's also in a Hollywood fashion, but Hans Zimmer's score just works for that place and the vibe that you're going for, and just kind of locks you in that environment. Now, all of the actors, they did great work all across the board, because these are just the kind of actors. And after watching this film, I would definitely recommend it. I would definitely recommend it that you watch it in theaters, because I know this is a streaming service, or this film will like be heavily pirated. But I implore to watch this film, because if this film does well, which I think it will subsequently will do, we will get the part 2. And yeah, it's just one miracle of a film, and I'm just glad that it exists and we get to watch it. Even if you get part 2, we'll always have part 1, and you should definitely watch it when you have the chance.